Well, hello then. I do hope you're all well, and I do hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and a fantastic weekend too. Now, get ready for me to get into fits of giggles again because of our extreme Brexit Tory government. They have lurched from one Brexit extreme to another Brexit extreme, be it the bring back the crown on the pint glasses, to exporting our cheese to China. Our hapless Liz Truss has absolutely jumped the shark. Yes, top Tory Liz Truss has faced online mockery for vowing to bring back pint-sized champagne bottles after Brexit. Yes, this is where we are, as global Britain, pint-sized champagne bottles. Now, sources reveal the Foreign Secretary has taken over a review of hangover EU laws that can be removed, and she has set her sights on bringing back pint bottles of sparkling wine, a government source for the Daily Telegraph said. Pint-sized bottles were a victim of the EU war against Imperial measurements, which are widely used and understood in this country. Now that we have left the evil overlords of the European Union, we can rid ourselves of rules like this. Now, why is our uncomfortable chair using guard dog using to scare off unwanted drones away Liz Truss, using this to get the foot-chomping, toe-nibbling Brexit nutjobs frothing at the mouth and messing their pants? Well, pint bottles were a favourite tipple of our United States of European Union fan, Winston Churchill. Yes, who said they were an ideal size and enough for two at lunch and one at dinner. Now, Miss Truss is rumoured to want the top Tory leadership job, and the return of pint bottles, mooted several times in recent years, will be seen as a pitch to Brexiteers. Yes, we have a Brexit dividend at last. But critics will see it as a distraction bid that the UK admitted there will be no deal this year over the consequences of Boris Johnson's world-beating, oven-ready Brexit pact in Northern Ireland and Brexit Minister Lord Frost resignation. Now, the lack of a deal means some checks on inbound goods from Europe to Great Britain, which were repeatedly delayed, will now come in on January the 1st. Now, critics poured scorn on the idea, while others pointed out champagne is made in France, whose producers seem unlikely to switch to pint bottles for the UK market. Oops! Now, former Daily Record editor Merrifoot tweeted seems to be in agreement when he wrote, "There is a flaw in this anticipated benefit of Brexit. It's the French who make and bottle champagne, while Rathfinny Estate in Sussex plans to make 56.8 cl bottles alongside the usual 75 cl. Other people who were supportive of the idea were sceptical." Writer Harry Wallop tweeted, "Churchill was right. A pint of champagne is a wonderful measure, and I'd love to see them return to the shelves. But the bottles fell out of favour long before the UK joined the EU. They were an anomaly. Let's get the teeth in. Even before the time he died in 1965, their banning by EU was post hoc." And even writer Otto English tweeted, 160,000 dead, a nation in crisis and uncertainty and mourning for its loved ones. Boris Johnson's government is busying itself bringing back pint bottles of champagne, utterly out of touch. And I'm minded to agree as well. I do not remember anybody during the EU referendum campaign saying that we need to leave the evil overlords of the European Union because we need to bring back pint-sized bottles of champagne. But anyway, Luke Tomlinson agreed when he said, "I don't remember. Do you find 75 cl bottles of champagne too much and 37 cl bottles not enough, being among the, the vote leave argument for Brexit? I don't. And former MP, Labour MP, should I say, Anne Turley, went on. Pint-sized champagne, should have put that on the side of the bus. Definitely what it was all for. And LGBT campaigner Jack Duncan tweeted, 4 million kids in poverty, COVID raging, but they're taking time to ensure champagne can be sold in a fucking pint bottle. Jack, don't sit on the fence, just tell us what you really think. And even Labour MP Lynn Brown said, seriously, is this the best you can do? While SDLP MLA Matthew O'Toole said, sad in a way that it's come to this. UK government in search of Brexit upsides, increasingly like a desperate relative wrapping up unwanted objects from their house and offering them as Christmas gifts. And even Lib Dem MP Layla Moran said, how is this not interventionist government? Of all the things going wrong right now, how is this even being entertained? And besides, I'm pretty sure I've bought 375 and 500ml bottles before. I give up the 68 millilitres, mLs, to get them to focus on the big stuff. And I agree, but you know what this extreme Brexit Tory government is like? And in September, it was announced Tory ministers were using Brexit to capitalise on new freedoms by bringing back Imperial measurements in shops. The government announced the UK would review the EU ban on markings and sales in Imperial units and passed a law to change the rules. Now, despite the government announcement, Imperial units such as pounds and ounces are not actually banned. But since 1995, shops have had to show metric units by law and cannot show the Imperial units more prominently than its metric equivalent. And under a similar change, the government will allow the crown stamp to be placed voluntarily on pint glasses instead of CE markings. Yes. Like as I said, we have absolutely jumped the shark, haven't we? Just when I think that somebody just grab hold of that Brexit bus with a bit of sense and political common sense, should I say. Let's just get back to good old boring politics. No, we just go even further and further down the rabbit hole. But anyway, oh dear. I shall leave the video here, and until the next time, I shall bid you farewell and take care.